Hey guys, and welcome to another little black book. You already know what time it is. Like, share and subscribe. We're here with another video. We're going to be talking to you guys a little bit something a little bit different. I'm starting a little Twitter kind of YouTube reaction. I'm not going to put a video there to react to, but I'm going to react in terms of telling you my opinion and what I think about situations. So I don't know if you guys have recently seen IYANLA, I don't know how you guys pronounce it. She's a psychologist. She works with people trying to mend their relationships and help them. Gotta love her show because you know what, she's had some deep ones. Remember there was one where the mother and the son was telling the mom that, you know, the mom hurt him so bad, and they stood back to back and he was crying, and it had me deep, you know what I mean? You know when it just touches your soul, and you know you're crying for them, but you know you can't show it because you're a big man and thing. Yeah, man. You understand?
Little black boy, you know what time it is.
So yeah, basically, this guy, okay, this guy has slept over 341 darlings. It's mad. You are trying to catch up Solomon in the Bible. I don't understand what's going on in your brain. 341 women, but that's cool. You're single. You're a basketball player. We can understand. You're doing your thing, cuz yeah, you're the high at your peak of your powers. I'm not agreeing with your behavior, but I can understand 341 women. You know what I'm saying? But this guy has been married for 17 years. 17 years. And slept with over 50 women. So how did the story start? IYANLA's obviously talking to, I watched some of the clips. IYANLA's talking to the guy, Jason. Obviously, he's admitted previously that he slept with eight people already during the marriage. But obviously, she's forgiven for the 8, innit? Or she's felt a certain way and said, look, 8 is a lot, but you know, I think she's willing to forgive him that. Cool, innit? Obviously, IYANLA is talking to the guy, Jason, asking him, Jason, so what is going on with your brain? Why are you sleeping with so many women? I mean, I don't get it. Talk to me. What's really going on? And Jason obviously is like, you know, Then she asked him, like, so Jason, how many people have you slept with? I mean, come on, like, let's be real. Be honest. We are in an honest space right now. How many women have you slept with? He says, over 50 women. Jesus, over 50 women! My God. Mercy. In your marriage, you know, in 17 years, in your marriage, cuz. Now, look, I get it. We do things that are a bit mad. But 50 women during your relationship. I mean, the obvious question to ask is, why would you be in that relationship? Do you get what I'm saying? But I've learned now as I got older that we do the maddest things because we all have problems. Now, someone's probably going to say, but I have problems too. I don't do that. I know. But you see, sometimes you look at the external and only think that, you know, you're okay. But the internalizations of what you're thinking about is dangerous than the person who's outwardly doing it. Don't misconfuse it. You know what I mean? Yeah, some people are really broken. That's it. What's you doing, girl? What's you doing? 50 women. Darling, you can do better. I mean, at this particular point in time, divorce papers are allowed, okay? Look, you know what? I'm going to say this. This particular instance, I think divorce has to be met, because for you to hit 50 different women during your relationship that's 17 years long, you ain't really been in a 17-year relationship, you've been in a 17-year open relationship, because man's been sleeping with gal left, right, and center. Man's got so many soul ties. Like, I mean, he's got a whole army of people who you sleep with, basically. If you sleep with him, a whole legion of people you're sleeping with. It's absolutely crazy. Man's got more bodies than the FBI. Like, he's got more bodies than Mary Magdalene. Man's born out the David lineage. You know what I mean? I mean, where does he even find the time? 17 years, 50 women. You know it wasn't a one-time deal only as well. God damn. So cool. Let me just be real. You know, when I was watching the actual program, I had mixed feelings when I was watching the clips. And here's the thing. When you read the comments, you kind of get a gist of what people always say. I would leave. I would go. I would never subject myself to that. And I kind of believe some people when they say it, but a lot of times I'm like, you're chatting doo-doo, you would still be there. And the reason why I say it is because situations are more complicated than they seem. Let's give a background thing. Jason and Brandy have been together since they were teenage kids. So when you look at 17 years and deep that they've been together since they were kids, the whole mindset towards how you look to somebody is completely different, even if they do you dirty. Because that's your whole life right there. You have to deep it. That person is now your life. To get rid of your life is like cutting off your arm. You don't do it lightly. I deeped it that she's been in a place where she's got this image of him when he was young, and that image probably has still transferred until now, even though he's doing her dirty. You know what I mean? So I have a bit more sympathy for her. Do you know what I mean? It's a painful situation, and I think a lot of us need to be very sympathetic and not so quick to jump into, well, get rid of him. Look, understand her position first. Begin to understand her mindset. When you understand her mindset, then you can begin to advise. But we try to advise first, looking at the outer exterior without looking at the interior. I remember a story of in university. There was a girl, yeah, who was dating this guy, and we all knew the guy was cheating. Like, everybody knew, not just guys. Everybody knew, because he was even saying it. I'm a bastard. I cheat on my girl. She knew openly that he cheats on her. And I met her one day, and I said to her, "Listen, why are you still with this guy?" She said, "Oh, because I love him." And I looked at her and I said, "But do you love yourself?" "Yeah." She paused when she said the yeah. But no ferret, she was scared, like she was withdrawn. You know what I'm saying? He had stripped away part of her. You know what I'm saying? With all the cheating that he done, the embarrassment, the pride that he took off her. Do you know what I mean? The fact that he's made it so public that he's a cheater, and she's a girl. He literally wounded her completely. And so when somebody's wounded like that, you got two options. You either become the ravenous wolf, or you become the sheepish dog that licks their wounds. And by licking your wounds, what happens? You stay in the same position. You can understand that. The number does mean something. It means something in the sense of, I got told it was 8 first and now 50. You know what I'm saying? 50 is like, you just didn't even care. Like 8, we can work on it. We can really say something, but it's a lot. But 50, I think you can get broken to a point where you're so numb to the situation, you just accept what's happening. And almost as if it's like you could be, like, for instance, you're in a fight with somebody, right? Or let's say you saw two people fighting and one person is just weaker than the other person. Other person is pummeling them, and it gets to a point where they stop the fight. They stop fighting back. You understand? And I feel this is where Brandy's at. She's at the point where she's been abused, and that cheating is abusive. When I say abusive, in the sense of, this is emotional abuse, in the sense of the fact you've taken advantage of the trust and you've broken it to a point where now you're just treating anyhow. And so when the person receives that information, she's at a point where she's so broken that she's become numb to it. If she doesn't become numb to it, the pain that she may feel could be astronomical. And I think it's almost like the body's way of being able to cope with the overriding emotions and feeling of pain that she's feeling. And so what the body does, it just shuts down and becomes numb to the situation. So people are asking her, how can she forgive him and want to go back to him? The numbness. I'm just deep in that, obviously, the situation, in the sense of the fact, like, it becomes toxic, because I saw like what Jason at first didn't want to admit. Like, he's got a problem. You know what I mean? He's got a problem. You've got a problem, fam. You're cheating on your missus, cuz, on your wife of 17 years who you have a child with also. And you're not being real about what's going on in you, fam. You understand? So that's why I believe it's toxic, because we've taught men how to say that it's okay to be not emotional and not expressive, and also not to accept blame. And this is starting from, if you watch my video about where pride comes from, it comes from Adam in the Bible. How long ago? Yeah, it comes from Adam in the Bible, where Adam didn't want to accept the blame, so he said, the woman that you gave me. But the woman is under your duress, it's under your power, it's under your authority. How have you allowed her to do that to you, Adam? And that's the same thing with men. Some of them, they cheat, and then they'll try to twist it onto the woman. And for me, I know what IYANLA was saying about, talk. Sometimes I feel like we put too much impact on the woman. The woman hasn't done anything, and I get it. Yes, you may have been hurt by somebody, but the blame shouldn't be placed at the woman's feet. This is his problem. He's got to sort it out. Now, I get that maybe she may seem controlling, manipulative, but at this particular time and point, we shouldn't even be dealing with that right now. Let's deal with the permanent issue at hand, which is him. You understand? Okay, she might be seeming a little bit rude, but let's deal with him. You understand? Because he never voiced these opinions at the beginning. Man just started cheating. You understand? And he was a cheater before she even did all that stuff. Like, let's not pretend as if the woman was at blame here. And I think that's what we do sometimes. We're trying to equal up the scores, as in, what did you do to cause this reaction? No. He was already like that. I can tell you from jump, yeah, I didn't need a girl to tell me or push me to cheating. Fam, it is in you. You took the opportunity. A cake is on the table. I don't need to tell you that don't eat that cake, and you're still gonna. If I say you don't eat that cake on the table, the child will still go to eat it. Why? Not because I pushed him to do it, but because I've told him not to go and do it, and he goes and do it because he's got his own will. And I think that's where we have to come to. So I feel for Brandy. I feel for Brandy, but darling, get those divorce papers. Okay, 50 is far too many. It's not that that's far too many. It just looked like he never had no remorse. And I know that he's broken, so I get it. But yeah, I mean, that kind of pain right there can cause a woman to kill. And we don't want him to die. We don't want you to go to prison. You understand? God damn. 341 women. God damn. It's a mad thing. Anyway, listen, guys. Little Black Book, you already know what time it is. I appreciate you. Stay blessed. Stay locked and loaded. Heaven forever. Woosa. You're muddy, lean. Oh, baby. My throat. My throat. Hey, throat. The boy is mine. I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. It belongs to... Oh, wow. I said it.